If, sisters and brothers, if you're anything like me, well, anything, I hope you're, well, if you're anything like me, you found today's gospel uncomfortable, huh? Anybody else find this gospel a little uncomfortable? It's a little uncomfortable because it doesn't sound like the Jesus we know, huh? This woman, this Canaanite woman, biblical scholars often call her the Syrophoenician woman, comes to Jesus, but Jesus did not say a word in answer to her. And she asks again, and he says, I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. She comes again. Said it is not right to take the food of children and throw it to the dogs. Sounds very uncomfortable, huh? This does not sound like the Jesus we know. Of course, Jesus in his divine nature knows all things. Jesus in his divine nature knows how this Canaanite woman, this Syrophoenician woman, is going to be a great witness in her faith. So, and biblical scholars will dig deep to try to figure out Jesus' motivations here. But we're not going to go that deep. We were uncomfortable hearing this story. And we can presume that this Canaanite woman, this Syrophoenician woman, was uncomfortable coming to Jesus. She was uncomfortable with this situation. Her daughter possessed by a demon. Uncomfortable coming as she is a Canaanite, a Syrophoenician woman, a person whose ethnicity has been in a historical conflict with the children of Israel. Uncomfortable. And of course, she comes again. And our Lord told us, great is your faith. Let it be done for you as you wish. And indeed, from the woman's daughter was healed from that hour. It reminds me of a quote that's attributed to the late Pope Benedict XVI. And I must tell you, as I did work on this homily, did research on this quote, it's difficult to find the source of this quote unless we look to a speech from 2005. And even then, as a German that Benedict spoke, may have been kind of loosely translated. But it's a good quote, and I'm using it anyway. This great quote, and I'm sure you're familiar with it, that's attributed to Benedict XVI. It says, the world offers you comfort, but you were not made for comfort. You were made for greatness. Oh, my sisters and brothers, God delivered all to disobedience, that he might have mercy on us all. And so we come to God for mercy, we come to Christ for mercy. And in our faith, resembling, we hope, this Canaanite woman's faith, we come with some discomfort. We come with some discomfort at our sinfulness. We come with some discomfort at our unworthiness. We come because we know we are not made for comfort, huh? We are made for greatness. So we observe what is right. We do what is just. Because we recognize that the gifts and call of God are irrevocable. And facing our discomfort, facing our embarrassment, facing our uncertitude, we may exercise this faith. Oh, my sisters and brothers, we just went through the spring, through the micro-study, through the deanery planning process. And a lot of that was uncomfortable. And a lot of that was challenging. And of course, we know that at the end of this process, there's more churches involved with these two. But certainly our sisters and brothers down at St. Park in Hamilton are slated for closure, as well as their own mission. Up in Princeton, slated for closure. And that makes us uncomfortable. And that makes us anxious. And that makes us uncertain. Yet, my sisters and brothers, we are called to our faith in Jesus Christ. And like this Canaanite woman, the Syrophoenician woman, face this discomfort, face this uncertitude, face the challenge to persevere through that discomfort and grab on to the faith. And so grabbing on to the faith in Jesus Christ, lay hold to his mercy so that God may have pity on us and bless us so that his face may shine upon us. Oh, my sisters and brothers. It might be an infelicitous quote by Pope Benedict. And yet, it's true, isn't it? The world offers us comfort, but we are not made for comfort. We are made for greatness. And facing our discomfort, living boldly our faith, laying hold to the mercy of Jesus Christ, we may make joyful in his house everywhere. Praise to be Jesus Christ, now and forever.